Hello guys, it is Creative Theories here, and I can't think of a more classic story from my childhood than Freaky Friday. Just the idea of having your body switch with someone else is just so hilarious and incredibly freaky for me to think about. And by far, one of my most watched movies as a kid was Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. And within the past few months, there have been several talks about this nearly 20-year-old film having a potential sequel. Well, today we're going to dive into everything we know about that possibility and even guess what the plot of this new sequel might be. But before we go any further, please make sure that you've clicked that red subscribe button down below and have your notifications turned on. Disney loves Freaky Friday, and I mean, they love it. It's one of those concepts that they just love to keep on bringing back. They started with the 1976 film, then had a film-to-TV version of it in 1995, then in 2003 we had arguably the most successful version of it with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, but it didn't just stop there. In 2018, Disney Channel had their own version of the mother and daughter duo, and the concept has been used throughout Disney, such as the Disney Channel movie The Swap with Peyton List, and in one of those TV episodes, like the Jessie episode To Be Me or Not To Be Me, where all the characters switch bodies.
Why am I so short?
And why do I feel like I'm falling forward?
So Disney clearly loves the idea, but so far they've only ever made remakes or tweaked with the concept. They've never actually done a full-on sequel. And this is where our two big actresses come into place, because if Disney isn't going to necessarily prompt a sequel, we'll have to rely on the actors to do it for them. And that's exactly what they've done. From interviews of Jamie Lee Curtis at the Glass Onion premiere, but also Lindsay Lohan on the Jimmy Fallon show, we have a pretty good idea as to whether this sequel could be happening or not. Curtis revealed to a fan that she had ideas of a potential sequel, but just needed to pitch it to Disney. Lindsay Lohan then revealed to Jimmy that her and Jamie Lee Curtis are still in contact, and that Curtis contacted her whilst on set, explaining that she has a plot for the potential sequel. Lohan responded with,
and then she said Freaky Friday 2, and I got more excited.
Is there anyone...
We would both be into it.
You would?
Yeah.
Lohan has spoken before about how amazing it was to work with Curtis, so she would definitely be up for it again. Then Curtis mentioned in an interview,
there is no scheduled date, but we're talking. People are talking. The right people are talking.
So clearly Disney have heard this proposal and are in talks, and from Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis's reactions, it looks like it's going in the positive direction. It also appears that this will very much be led by the actors, with Curtis likely being co-director and co-producer, as well as playing her iconic role of Anna's mother. And as we have already spoken about, Disney loves this franchise, and they have done so many remakes of it before. Maybe now it's time to do a sequel, and from these interviews, it looks like they are just waiting for the green light from Disney, which it is looking more and more likely that they are definitely going to get.
We both are committed to it, and it's not ours to make, it's Disney's to make, and I think they're interested, and we are talking.
Let's also not forget that all three Freaky Friday main films are all on Disney Plus right now. An easy way to gain more Disney Plus subscribers is to make a Disney Plus exclusive to a very popular film. They've already done it with the new National Treasure series, why not do it with Freaky Friday as well? Now obviously I hope that we don't get a series and that the film is in cinemas, not just Disney Plus exclusive, but even then it does seem like a viable route for Disney to take and a strategic business move. After all, they recently have been cashing in on bringing back old loved films. All of the Disney remakes of classic animations, the new Avatar The Way of Water and rebuilding that franchise, and even exclusives like High School Musical, the musical, the series, bringing back the memories of the Disney Channel classic film trilogy. So I think it's safe to say we're definitely getting a sequel, but when will it be coming out? Well, I don't think it'll be 2023, as that just seems way too soon, but an announcement in 2023 seems fitting, considering it will have been exactly 20 years since the film was released back in 2003, and an anniversary always sparks up hype. So in this case, the earliest we could see it would be 2024, but possibly even 2025, 2026. But what could the plot be? Well, it really would depend on the cast and who they could get to return. Could they get Mark Harmon and Chad Michael Murray back as Ryan and Jake? Let's also think about what the first film is all about, mother-daughter relationships, and I think the second one would definitely expand on this, and the most obvious way to do that is something that we've seen hundreds of times before now. It's mother-daughter-granddaughter relationships, and we see Anna this time struggle as a mother with her daughter's own issues, and she has to go back to her own mother for help. The only issue is, if the film was set 20 years after the first one, then Anna's child might only be in middle school rather than high school by the time of the film, but it could still create an interesting dynamic. Would this new daughter be switched as well, or would it just be Anna and her mother once again, or would they even try like a three-way switch between all of them? I think the plot is also going to heavily look at Anna's working life and see whether her music career from the first film was successful or not. I think either they commit to Anna having a successful music career, and we see this happening from kind of like a celebrity standpoint, or Anna did not have a successful music career and we see her kind of questioning everything and having to find a different, more realistic way of living. The most important thing for this film is to expand on the relationship between Anna and her mother, and not to undo what was created in the first film, but instead grow it, but still with a lot of hilarious arguments. And then there's the question of the switch itself. I do think it would be cool if it happened in a similar way, if the Chinese mother might be able to return and scheme a whole new plan. But overall, I'm just so excited to see Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis return, and that a sequel to this iconic film is becoming more reality than fantasy. But anyway guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, let me know down below in the comments, what do you think about this? Do you reckon that we might be getting a Freaky Friday sequel, or do you reckon that both of these actors are just trying to con with us? And if we did get a sequel, what would you like it to be about? Let me know all your thoughts down there, and as always, we've been here on Gate of Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.